introduce your adorable calves, Ellie, Minnie, and Poppy. First, this live chat is part of the Adopt a Cow program. More than 43,000 classes and 1.7 million students joined the fund for free this year, thanks to our generous supporters like New England Dairy, Connecticut Milk Promotion Board, and the Dairy Excellence Foundation. If you'd like to join the fund again next year, registration and re-enrollment opens on May 1st, which was yesterday. So all of that registration is open. You can head on over to our website at discoverdairy.com/adopt and get re-enrolled for all of the fun next year. If you're new to the program, you can still go to that same link and create a new account and get started. Next, today's event is live and that chat is open. We are so excited to hear your questions, and I know Farmer Kaylee is excited to answer them and get to hear from you. Now, before we go over to Farmer Kaylee, let's see who's joining us today. Let's see. One of our first folks that was on with us was Miss Suzanne's kindergarten class from the Goddard School in Danbury. So hello and welcome all. Thanks for being one of the first ones to join us. We're excited to have you. We also have Mrs. Begley's second grade class in Rhode Island. Hello and good morning. Mrs. Klinkenbeard's class from Stamford, Connecticut. Hello and welcome.
Wait, come here.
Mrs. Watson's class.
Come here.
We also have some folks from East Hartford Middle School. Hello all. We're so excited to have you. And how about Miss Norelli's first grade class in East Haddam, and they have Minnie, and they said, we love Minnie. Believe us, we love Minnie too. We're excited to get to see her. And we'll do one more. How about the Dunn Darlings in Clinton, Connecticut? So hello, welcome all. Thank you so much for joining us. I know Farmer Kaylee is excited to hear from you. So with that, I am pleased to introduce you to Farmer Kaylee. Hey, Farmer Kaylee, how are you doing today?
Hi, Brittany. Hi, everyone. I'm good. How are you?
Good. We're just so excited to be here with you and not only get to chat with you, but of course get to see our adorable calves. So, Farmer
Yes.
Kaylee, go ahead and we'd love to hear a little bit about you and the farm to get us started.
Yes. So I am obviously at Oakridge Dairy. I am the public relations manager here. I've been here for 3 years, May 23rd, actually. And we are in Ellington, Connecticut. A few of you have been able to come and see us. We have been in Ellington farming since the late 1890s, so over 135 years.
Wow.
We have 5,400 cows here. We milk 2,600 3 times a day. And we are always busy and always doing something on the farm.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that
Yep.
sounds like a busy operation. Now,
Oh,
Farmer
yeah.
Kaylee, what does your average day on the farm look like?
Yeah, so I do our tours program. So we've had a lot of students coming for tours here, and I will do tours twice a day, once a day, show everyone the farm. I also do our social media pages, so I take a lot of pictures, do events on the farm, make sure we're updating the events that we have coming up. Um, I help hire. Really, though, the days are kind of different, and it's nice. I like being able to do things that are different every day. It's never the same thing.
Right. And I guess some days, whenever you needed to grab photos for this program, you got to go out to the cows
Exactly.
and make some friends with them. Now, I know you weren't actually like in the farm with them, but man, oh man, you have been interacting with them a lot this year. And even gave them those cute, adorable collars. By the way, we loved those collars that you gave
Thank
them
you.
to identify who they were. How many people on the farm are there to help care for these cows?
Yeah, so we have 61 team members that work here fully, but on the young stock team, there's probably about 7 right now.
Wow.
So 7 people that are here pretty much at least 12 hours a day taking care of them, making sure they're getting everything that they could possibly need.
Yeah, well, when you've got that many animals, you're going to need a lot of people. Very
True.
cool.
They're lucky
What do
girls.
you, yeah, what do you think is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job is I think the fact that it's different every day and I'm always learning something new. I have
Yeah.
loved taking care of them since the day that they were born. I learn something new every day. I'm always
Yeah,
learning from the people that I work with, the people that come to the farm. So I think that's probably my favorite.
that's awesome. So, Farmer Kaylee, we keep alluding to them, and I know we can see one of our cuties laying back there. We would
Yes.
love to get an update on how they're doing.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they've grown a lot. I think you said someone's celebrating their 8-month birthday today, so they've grown
Yeah.
quite a bit in 2 months. So I'll let you give us an update on whoever's closest to you.
Okay. So we have Poppy first, who is closest to us.
Oh, hey,
Um,
puppy.
yes, Poppy is almost 8 months old. Her birthday is on the 8th of this month. and
Okay.
she is currently 500 pounds and about
Wow.
53 inches tall. So she
Oh
has
my
grown a
goodness.
lot.
Yeah. So
Um,
500 pounds and 53 inches. And I know Poppy at our 6 month update was only 405 pounds and 48 inches. So she's put on a lot of weight and a lot of height
yes, girl.
in just 2 months. That's incredible. She looks like
Yes.
she's pretty comfy right now. Can you
Oh
just
yeah.
kind of talk about where we're at in the barn and what's she laying in?
Yes, of course. So we are in our freestall barn at the young stock facility. So she is laying in what we call, these are called freestalls. So she's laying in there, and she is actually laying on a sustainable bedding. So we can actually reuse our manure on the farm, squeeze the liquid out of it, and we reuse it for bedding for the cows. So we're not wasting any
Oh.
manure on the facility.
Wow, that's incredible. So that makes a lot of sense. I know we were discussing some of the questions that had been submitted ahead of time, and someone had asked, why do they lay in dirt? So it's not dirt, it's a
Not dirt.
renewable resource that you guys are turning, I mean, you're turning poop into a really clean product, which is pretty cool because I mean, these girls look clean and practically spotless to me and awfully
Yes.
comfortable.
Oh, yes, very comfy. There's about 9 inches
Aw.
of fresh bedding there, so she's got a nice little padded area to lay on.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
awesome. Aw. Now, do you have any like personality tips on Poppy? Was she kind of your social one? Was she your shy one this year?
So between the three of them, if I'm comparing the three of them, Poppy is like right in the middle.
Oh,
Poppy is like the perfect mixture of friendly but also independent. So like
okay.
you're coming here at first, she's coming up to say hi. Then once you've been here for a bit, she's gonna go do her own thing, but then you can go up to her and pet her whenever.
Oh,
She is a big, loves neck scratches. Neck scratches are her favorite
oh,
thing ever. So,
oh. Well, I think I would like some neck scratches too if I was a cow, so
yes.
I don't blame
Yeah,
her.
exactly.
So that was Poppy, and who's up next?
I am going to bring you to Ellie next.
Okay.
So Miss Ellie
So
is also relaxing right now.
Aw. So Ellie at 6 months old, she was 400 pounds and 47 inches. So has she grown
Yes,
a lot like Poppy has?
she has. Yes. So Ellie is now about 495 pounds. She's going to get up and come say hi to us. And she's 52 inches tall. So she's a little bit shorter. Um, but she
Aw.
is growing a lot. She's got her nice, pretty purple collar on.
Aw. Oh my goodness. Look at her. My gosh, she looks big standing
Yeah,
there.
she's a big
Oh my.
girl.
And
Yeah.
we've got lots of people who were saying, "Yay, that was Poppy," and now we got lots of people saying, "Yay, this is Ellie." We've
Yes,
got a lot of excited
of
kids right now getting
course.
to check her out. So, she was just hanging out, laying down with you. Is that normal for cows? Like, do they all look kind of comfy right now? I was just curious if that's normal.
Yes, very normal. So our cows tend to lay down for about 14 hours a day, which is actually very
Wow.
good for a cow that's producing milk. Of course, these girls are a little young for that now, but it's still very important for them to lay down because that's when they can just relax and chew their cud and do everything that a normal cow is supposed to do.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Wow. So now, how would you describe Ellie's personality?
Yeah, so Ellie is the most like relaxed, subdued. She pretty much does her own
Oh.
thing. She's very much will it's Ellie's world. We're just living in it. She will either love to come up and say hi, or if she's not feeling it one day, she's not going to come up and say hi.
Oh
But
my
she's super
goodness.
sweet when she comes to say hi, and she's just really pretty relaxed and chill, to be honest.
Yeah. You can tell that she's kind of enjoying the cloudy day and just taking it easy. We've
Yes.
got some folks saying that it's purple day and they love her purple collar, and we've got some folks saying they love her big black spots. So
Oh,
all sorts of
yes.
good stuff that they are just loving Ellie, and clearly she likes some head scratches too.
Yes, she does love her head scratches.
I think they've come to know you
Uh,
pretty well this year, Farmer Kaylee, because they seem to just love the attention that you give them. Oh,
Yes, thank you. I do love them, so it goes both ways.
no, that's true. I agree. Cow cuddles are always the best.
Oh, yeah.
So
Mm,
then we have one left, which is
yes.
Minnie. How's Minnie doing?
Yeah, so of course, Minnie is also laying down now. Minnie is doing lovely. Minnie is the biggest. She is 500 pounds
Oh my
and
goodness.
53 inches tall.
Oh wow.
So, which hopefully she'll stand up at some point so we can see her because she is very big now. But
Oh.
she is just relaxing. Looks like she's about to fall asleep, actually.
She does look like she's about to fall asleep.
Um,
We're interrupting their mid-afternoon naps, apparently.
we are for sure.
Oh,
They're
and I love
mid-morning
that.
nap, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
Minnie
goodness.
is definitely the friendliest of the bunch, too.
Oh.
She is everything that is near her is in Minnie's mouth. And she is a big fan of licking anything and following me around whenever I'm in the pen.
Oh, so she's the persnickety one. I think you had mentioned something about she likes to steal your phone too.
Yes, she does. She often will come up behind me, and if my phone's in my back pocket, I've learned now my phone's in my pocket, so it's in my back pocket. Her head will hit it, and then it ends up on the ground. So
Oh
it's
no.
classic.
Oh my goodness. So she nudges it out of your pocket. Oh, she's a naughty one. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
she's fooling all of
She
us
is.
right now because she's just relaxing and acting like, I don't know what you're talking about, Farmer Kaylee. I don't do that to you.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
goodness.
She's playing the part well right now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she'll come up and
Mhm.
give us some love soon, but we certainly want to let her have her nap if she wants her nap. So we appreciate that update on her.
Yes,
We've had a lot of really
of
great questions
course.
coming in so far, so hopefully we can kind of just hang out with some of them or whichever one wants to come be friendly while we're answering some
Yes.
questions. Um, so one of them was, well, oh, this one actually is for you, Farmer Kaylee. They were curious, do you
Yeah.
have any favorite cows?
Oh, yes. So honestly, Minnie has got to be my favorite. No, it
Oh.
sounds crazy because I've only known her for 8 months, but she is the one that always comes up and says hi. She's always got something to do, something to say to me when I see her. My car pulls in, I swear she knows my car at this point. And she's the one that if I come in here and she's relaxing, she's gonna let me literally lay right next to her and have no problem with it. So,
Oh.
and I
Oh.
think this is our first time ever doing the Adopt-A-Cow program, and she was the first one ever born. So I think that has something to do with
True.
it.
Yep. Oh
We have a
yeah.
little bit of a different bond.
Yep. First one to step into your heart, I guess, with this whole
Yes,
experience. Oh.
exactly.
That's cool. We actually had another question about the cows. We are curious, do you notice that they have friends or hang out with like one or two animals more than others?
Yes, for sure. So here specifically at this barn, we've noticed that like groups of twos. So actually Minnie and Poppy are always often together. And then
Oh.
Ellie has a little friend that she's always with as well. And they'll end up like laying right next to each other in the freestall barn or eating together. But I've also noticed that as a group, as a whole, like
Hmm.
if one of them goes up to eat, they're pretty much all gonna go up to eat. They're not
Huh.
not um allowing to not be a part of the mix.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Food speaks. They all just
Yes.
go and eat if there's food coming at
Yes,
them.
for sure. But they
Oh,
definitely do have friends of their own, and they're always with someone, always laying next to another one.
oh.
Like I don't know
Now,
if sorry.
yeah, go ahead. No, you're good.
No, I was gonna say, so sometimes even like Minnie was down below there before and she was alone, had no cows down there with her, so she walked down and went to go lay with all the other calves. They're always with other
Oh.
calves.
That's adorable. And I think Farmer Kaylee, that's actually a really great sign to know that they're healthy, right? I think
Yes.
sometimes if we do see a cow hanging out by themselves, that's sometimes a recognition that they're not feeling well. Is that correct?
Yes, it is very true. Yeah, we pay very close attention to that. Cows are
Yeah.
very herd oriented. So if they're not hanging out with all of their friends, sometimes it's a little bit of a warning sign.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That actually brings up a great question. Someone else was curious. What what happens how do you know when a calf gets sick, right? They can't talk to you. So what are some signs that you as a farmer can see? And then how can you guys help them feel better?
Yeah, great question. So, when they're younger, normally calves are they get up a lot, they're moving around a lot, they're really curious. So if they're not as curious, like something just seems they're not going up, checking out something that's new, that's a big sign. Also, like we just said, if they're not with the other calves. And then sometimes you can even tell by just looking at their eyes, like if their eyes They don't look as bright or open. You can tell by that.
Sure.
And just since we're with them all the time, body language. So like if they're
Mm,
taking longer to walk towards you or walk away from you, or they just,
hmm.
their ears look a little bit like they're down. They are very, sometimes it's very obvious to tell if something's a little bit off, which makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean, that's true, right? Like you guys are around these animals all day, every day. So it might not seem like a lot to us to see if their ears are droopy or something, but you guys can pick up on that pretty quickly
right.
and recognize that something's not right. Very cool. So then
Yes.
then do you guys work with a veterinarian or anything, or do you guys have just basic protocol on farm of how you guys help them feel better?
Yes, we have both. So we have a team, our young stock team here. Some of them are licensed vets from a country that they came from.
Nice.
But so they can do some, they'll do the routine checkups, make sure everything's good. And then, of course, if we ever needed to have the vet come as well, the vet is always on call and he always is here on Tuesdays checking up on them as well.
Oh,
So
good.
there's always at least two different people, two different types of people checking up on our cows all the time.
Yeah. I mean, that we certainly don't have house calls for doctors, so it's pretty cool that cows get house calls and have someone watching
Yes.
after them 24/7. My goodness.
Yeah, it's great. Not
Farmer
too bad.
Kaylee, I meant to ask this earlier while we were getting an update on them. So they're about 8 months old. They're living in this big group
Yes.
pen. What's their diet like right now? What are they eating?
Yes.
How much are they drinking? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, so they are they are on a TMR right now, so total mixed ration. So they are eating mostly corn and then some proteins, vitamins, and minerals.
Okay.
So this is a little bucket of food that I have here for you. So you can actually
Uh-huh.
see the grass hay particles in there, some of the corn that's ground up, and then just some proteins, vitamins, and minerals to make sure she's getting everything that she needs to
Oh my
thrive.
goodness. Yeah. Now, do
Yeah.
you guys make
And
that
they
on the
are,
farm?
yes, yes, we do. So we grow all of our own hay and corn, and then we will get the proteins, vitamins, and minerals sent in to us. But then we keep it all on site, and then we have two cow chefs that will mix it all up for us and then come bring it to the correct cows so that they're getting their food all day long.
Wow. That is awesome. I mean, you guys are cooking for them every day. You're bringing the doctor to
Yeah.
them every day. You're cleaning their beds every day. They are
Oh,
living the
yeah,
life. And it
they
sounds like
definitely
their
are.
food is, I mean, like perfectly proportioned to exactly what they need, which that's just, I
Yes.
mean, I'm certainly not eating that good. I still eat candy and all kinds of, junk, and it sounds like they're eating a much healthier diet than me.
Oh, yes. I'm with you, Bernie. I eat a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't, but it tastes good.
Right? Oh my goodness. All right. So we had some other questions coming in. We're gonna kind of shift to the milk end of this. So first of all three of
Okay.
our girls right now, are they producing milk?
No, they're too young to produce milk.
Gotcha.
So our cows here at least have to be 2 years old and have her first calf to produce milk. So they all three of
Uh-huh.
them have got some time before then.
Okay. So yeah, we've got at least at least a year and 2 months or so, until they have their first calf. So they're not even pregnant. They are just truly a
Correct.
preteen, hanging out with their friends, just living life, making sure that they're growing big and strong.
You
So
got it.
at 2 years old, though, you mentioned they'll have their first calf. They have to have a
Yep.
calf to be able to produce milk, and then they join the milking herd. So once they join the milking herd and they're producing milk, how often are the cows milked?
Yeah. So at Oak, we milk 3 times a day.
3 times a day.
So
Okay.
our operation is pretty much running 24 hours a day.
Wow.
Um, and we have about 2,600 cows to milk through 3 times a day. So that's why it's running 24 hours a day.
Right, sure. So yeah, and that's a great thing to maybe just focus on for a second, right? So you've got over 2,000 cows to get through the parlor. It's not because each individual cow is standing there that long. The milking process itself is only about 5 to 7 minutes. Is that right, Farmer
Yes.
Kaylee?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
You
so for
got it.
each individual cow, it's a very short time. It's just you have a lot of animals to get through. So
Exactly.
then once it's finished, you start all over again. And by that time, the other cows are the ones that came in through first. It's time for them to get milked again. So 3 times a day, about 5 to 7 minutes each time. So they really only work 15, 20 minutes a day. That's amazing.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm telling you, they pretty much they have the life.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do. They
Mm.
really do. Now we know how often they milk. We know that it's short, easy, simple for them. They love coming in to get milked. It's relaxing. We're curious, how much can a cow produce in a day?
Yeah. So right now, our cows here are producing about 89 pounds of milk per cow per day, and that's average. So that doesn't mean all of our cows, of course. I know in a few updates ago, we talked about how much the moms were making,
Uh-huh.
and Ellie, Poppy, and Minnie's moms were producing close to 120 pounds of milk a day.
Wow.
So they are working hard and eating well and producing a lot of milk.
Yeah, so 120 pounds, and I'll help explain that a little bit. So
Oh,
to
yes.
everyone that's on here, farmers typically relate all of the milk to pounds because that's how we measure it. But obviously, we're a little bit more accustomed to gallons. So if we divide 120 by 8 to get the number of gallons, that's 15 gallons of milk a day. Each one of their mamas are producing. That's incredible.
Crazy. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
So, where does that milk go, Farmer Kaylee? Do you guys have like a specific brand or farm or anything like that that you can share with where the milk goes?
We do, yeah. So we produce some of our own milk on site. It's called at the Oakridge Creamery.
Mm,
And that we are only producing about 6% of our own milk on site right now, but
okay.
the rest of it will go to Gaida's Dairy in New Britain, and they will disperse it to wherever place that they sell their milk to. But the milk that we bottle on site, you can actually find in some local stores, and we bottle everything in glass, and it's probably about 10 seconds down the road from where we are here, and we will pasteurize, homogenize, flavor all of our milk on site that we do. And it will say
Wow.
Oakridge Dairy on the glass, and it's fabulous.
Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. I wish I could come get some right now. Now you said you have flavored milk.
We do.
What kinds of milk do you guys do?
Yeah, so our top sellers are chocolate.
Mm.
So of course we have
Sure.
chocolate. We also do a coffee milk, which is a close second to the chocolate. And then we do a strawberry. We always do a flavor of the month. So every single
Ooh.
month we'll switch flavors. Yesterday, of course, was May 1st. So now we're on to birthday cake. And Oakridge
Mm.
actually started in May of 1890, so it's literally our birthday month, which is why we did a birthday cake
Oh,
milk.
that's cute.
So we'll do a flavor of the month, and then we also do like heavy cream. We have a sweet cream. We have a half and half, skim milk, 2%, 1%, so your basics, and then some other more fun flavors.
Oh, wow. Oh, that sounds amazing. So
Yes.
everyone can stock up their fridges on all of your good stuff that you guys put out from your farm directly. And then, like you said, the rest of it's all going to other sales. So
Yes.
you mentioned the word pasteurization. Any chance you
Yeah.
could help explain why pasteurization is an important step and just kind of explain what is that?
Yes, of course I can. So we will pasteurize milk. So it is when you're heating your milk up to higher temperatures for really short amount of time to kill anything harmful within the milk to make sure it's safe for us to drink. So we will pasteurize all of our milk, and then we also homogenize it, which homogenizing it is when you shake it up so it's nice and smooth for you to drink. So the cream is not separating on the top. It's nice and smooth for you to drink at all times.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Very cool. Awesome.
just for
Thank you for
safety,
explaining that. Yeah, yeah,
of
absolutely right.
course.
To keep our milk safe and make sure every single drop of milk we are drinking is safe for us and nutritious for us to drink. Very nice. Um,
Exactly.
we had some
Yes.
questions, a couple, asking for all three of them from a couple different people. We were curious how you came up with their names.
Yes, of course. So we'll start with Ellie, because we're walking towards Ellie right now. So Ellie is named after Ellington because our farm is in Ellington. So
Oh,
Ellie is short for Ellington, and that's why she has a purple collar because Ellington's colors are purple.
cute. That's cute.
Um, yes, and then Minnie, for some reason, I just felt like Minnie would fit. She is very bubbly, and Minnie Mouse is very bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked Minnie as a character when I was younger, so that's where
Oh,
Minnie's name came from.
nice.
And then poppy is a really delicate flower and a very pretty flower. So I just figured it was a perfect, unique flower that you don't often hear about,
Mm-hmm.
but perfect for a nice calf that we'll be following throughout the
Yeah.
year.
You know, she kind of looks like she has little poppy seeds on her spots too, like all of her spots that she has.
Yes,
So
that is so true.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's
Mhm.
see. We're gonna try and do one or two more questions here. Oh, we're curious. A lot of people are asking, how do they play? Like, how do you see? It's not like they're gonna sit down and play a game of checkers. So, how do you see cows play?
Yeah. So, actually, a few times of the day, all of the calves will run back and forth here.
Oh.
So we'll notice that they'll all play together by doing that. Also, another one is just like licking each other or kind of being around each other, like walking around each other,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes they throw their heads at each other a little bit. So that's mostly their forms of playing here.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah. So that makes sense. They're just kind of hanging out, running, knocking into each other a little bit.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. Uh,
Let's see. Oh, interesting. So give us your take on, this is for you specifically. Dugan School would like to know what it's like to work on a dairy farm. So maybe, share something that's maybe a little bit of a challenge, but also something that you really enjoy.
yeah. So I would say something that I really enjoy is talking to people about the dairy industry and like showing people, telling our story. So I really like
Hmm.
showing people what we do here, showing our
Cool.
cows, being with the cows. I know that's kind of broad, but it's definitely the most fun because a lot of people don't really know what goes on here. And I like showing what we do here and sharing that with everyone because it's really fun and always a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
A challenge that we face is probably like we're working with live animals, so you never really
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they could get sick, they could get injured, so we just got to
Yeah.
always make sure that we're paying attention to them. So,
Hmm.
and you just never really know. That's got to
Yeah.
be the biggest challenge that we work with on a
True.
daily
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah, it's not, and it's you've always have to figure out how to read them, how to understand them, figure out
Exactly.
what their things are. So, I mean, you guys really become true cow experts. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to be. You have to almost be a cow whisperer to understand how they're feeling and just being able to read their very subtle movements. So,
Yes,
thank
it's
you,
true.
Farmer Kaylee, for sharing that and
Of
being
course.
transparent with that. Of course, like you said, it's live animals, so it can be a tricky thing, but it's very clear you
Yes.
guys love what you do. These animals love you. She's gonna eat you. It looks like.
Yes, she might very
um,
well.
oh my goodness. I love it. So Farmer Keeley, we are gonna start wrapping up today. And but I wanted to kind of ask you one more question as we wrap up.
Of course.
You shared what your favorite part is, but I'm curious, what's the why for you and the farm that you do what you do every day? I mean, you mentioned how long this farm has been around. It's been around for a long time, and it's a lot of work for many, many years. So, what's the why for you and the why for the farm?
Yeah, so for us, we have a vision and a mission at Oakridge Dairy. So we are trying to be the farm of the future in a world where people know their farmer. So we're really just trying to share our story, let people know where their milk is coming from. And
Yeah,
we're also trying to produce the highest quality milk for our community, our customers, our team members, all of that. So producing the highest quality milk and really telling our story is why we do what we do.
I love that. And we appreciate that because many of us don't get the chance to go to a farm or know what it's like to experience being on a dairy farm. So we love being able to kind of take a glimpse into your life and into, I mean, you guys are living this day in and day out. I mean, it would be pretty cool if I got to work with cows every day. So I like
Yeah,
what
it's
you
not too
guys are
bad.
doing, right?
Of
But truly, I want to say thank you so much for having that passion and for an amazing
course.
team that's taking care of all these cows. You would not still be in existence if you didn't have a good mission, a good vision, a good value. If you didn't take care of the community, like you have to have all of those things and be good stewards of the land to be around for so long and be so successful.
Yes.
So we really
Thank
just
you.
thank you for sharing that with us and of
Of
course
course.
our adorable Ellie, Minnie, and Poppy this year. It was a lot of fun. I know they're just three of many animals you have on the farm, but I think they are now very special to us after we've
Oh, yes,
followed them. So,
for
oh.
sure.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we tune off today?
yeah, I just have one more thing. Of course, I will show the two, Minnie and Poppy, again one more time
Sure, that'd be
for
awesome.
everyone. But
Since Ellie's
we
stealing the show.
are having two events. Yeah, Ellie's still in the show. We have two events coming up on the farm that we'd love to have everyone that has adopted their calf and then some to come and visit us at. We on June 7th, we have a movie night on the farm. So it's a drive-in movie at 11 Jobs Hill Road. And you can come with your family, your friends. You get a free mover with your ticket. You can purchase a ticket online. And we're going to have some fun under the stars.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I wish I lived closer to come to
I know, I
it.
wish you did too. And then we also have on June 28th, we have an Oakridge Dairy Farm Day, where we put all of our tractors out front and then some, and kids can climb on them, touch them. You get some free milk. It's a free event for all ages right at the facility. And
Wow.
come and ask some questions to farmers. And that's Saturday, June 28th from 10 a.m. to 2.
All right, June
So we'd
28th,
love to
10
have
to
you all come
2.
say hi.
Yeah, it'll be a nice, hopefully it'll be a nice, beautiful day for you. And
Hope so.
you can come say hello and meet Farmer Kaylee, because Farmer Kaylee, you've become quite the popular
Mhm.
person through this program. So we appreciate you sharing these girls with us and share and opening your farm to these cool events. The
Of course.
movie and the on-farm day and getting to meet everybody sounds like a wonderful opportunity. So I encourage you all to take advantage of that and get a chance to come see the farm and see Farmer Kaylee. Thank you so much, Kaylee, for sharing your passion with us, and for letting us follow these three girls. It's been a true pleasure this year. We've really
Yeah, it's
appreciated
been
it.
awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you all so much for joining the program.
Yes, yeah, thank you all. And like she said, thank you for including our culture in the classroom, right? We couldn't do what we're doing and share our story if you weren't interested and didn't want to learn. So we really are thankful for your
Yes,
interest
so true.
and passion for these girls as well. Like I had said in the beginning, registration is open now. You can go to discoverdairy.com/adopt to re-enroll and get started for next year in October. So until then, we hope you all have a wonderful summer. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank